What should we do when we start seeing movement towards our manifestations in our 3D reality? Hey, I'm Dan. I talk about manifestation, conscious creation, intentional living, and today I really want to focus on the topic of movement in our 3D reality. I'm going to make another video when we see no movement. It's also a very common topic. But when we actually do see movement, what do we do? Okay, I want to talk about this in two parts. The first part is if we see movement, but it's not going towards our manifestation. Second part is, what if there is movement and it seems to be going in the direction of our manifestation? Okay, and they're both interconnected. So the first half, when we see movement, we naturally assign a particular meaning to it, okay? So, and we assign meanings to everything that happens in life. So, if you are trying to manifest something and you see a particular movement that our logical brain makes you feel or think like it is taking you further away from the manifestation, for the sake of this video, let's call that negative movement. It's taking you a little bit further away, and here is how I want you to deal with it. I want you to let go of the notion that you can figure out how that movement is linked to your manifestation. Just let it go. There is no link between what you're seeing in your 3D reality connected to that movement, connected to the manifestation. This is especially important when you're manifesting an SP. So let's say you're trying to manifest an SP, and they block you. They leave your text on red. Something like that, right? You're trying to manifest an SP to have a relationship with them, a partnership with them. And you're doing all this, you've already shifted your new identity, you're living in that state of being, you're interacting with them normally. Remember, you're not trying to force and change things in the 3D reality. I just made a video on that right before. So if you haven't watched that, definitely go check it out because it's really important. It's really critical that you're not messing with the 3D reality. Now you see movement. But this movement is that they block you or they leave you on red. They are a little bit more cold towards you. You think that this evidence that you see in the 3D reality is linked to you getting your manifestation. Let's say the manifestation is that you and your SP are together romantically, okay, in a partnership, and you're happy, you're in a happy, loving relationship. Let's say that that is the manifestation. Well, this sort of interaction that you're seeing movement in the 3D seemingly looks like it's taking you further away from the manifestation. Here's the thing. You don't know what is going on. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. The universe has a multitude of ways in working, okay? So I want you to assign a meaning that that particular movement, first of all, has nothing to do with my manifestation. And second of all, there is a possibility that it is actually going in the direction, assign a positive meaning. So there are two ways to do this. One, you just say, okay, simply, it's not even connected to my manifestation, right? If you have a lot of resistance to it, that's the way I would go. The second approach, and you can actually kind of use both, but the second approach is, it's actually bringing me closer to my manifestation. Assign positive meaning to it. Maybe they block me or they just need some space away from me because they need some time to really process everything. And when they are apart from me, they're going to know how much value I added to their lives and how much they miss me. And that's going to really give them a kick in the butt to flow back in my life at some point, right? Just assign a positive meaning to it. At the end of the day, you don't even have to worry about it because that particular thing is not even connected to your manifestation. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. However, I understand the challenges of that, especially in something to do with an SP. And you can apply this to anything you're trying to manifest. So that is negative. This is how to deal with negative movement in terms of your manifestation. Now, what do you do when you start seeing positive movement? This is what most people talk about when they talk about movement. I'm starting to see something happen here. It's bringing me closer to it, that goal. What do I do? Well, guess what? It's the same thing that we did with the negative movement. It might make you happier that you're seeing positive movement. But again, it's your logical mind trying to put the pieces together saying, hey, this movement, this step is bringing me closer to the manifestation. I want you to let go of that idea that they're linked together. If it gives you a little bit of encouragement, if it makes you happy, fine, embrace that. But then understand that you don't need to do anything differently. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't get suckered into now trying to force and manipulate the 3D reality to try to bring it closer to you. Let me give you an example. Let's just use the same example. Let's say you're manifesting an SP and they all of a sudden become warmer to you. They ask you out on a date, or maybe you've already been dating. They're like, hey, I really love spending time with you, right? They start giving you more warm messages, making you feel better. You're like, oh my God, like they're coming in, they want to spend more time with me. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to now go on a desperate run and be like, okay, they clearly want to spend more time with me. I'm going to try to make even more plans and manipulate the 3D. Do what feels natural to you, because again, we're going to know when we're taking inspired action. We're going to know after the fact that that's what feels right to do. You just do it. If you are trying now to manipulate it, you're starting to get more desperate, you're trying to get more needy, and there's more resistance that's going to build up. This is the trap I see when people have movement in their manifestations. They finally have positive movement that they think with their logical brain, that think this is going to lead towards my manifestation happening. And then they go in and they meddle with it. And then resistance starts forming. And then they start spiraling when things aren't going in the direction that they think it's going to go, right? I'm just using this SP as an example. There are multiple different ways that it can go. Again, the universe works behind the scenes. You don't need to worry about that. You don't have to worry. So let the universe do its job. Just let the universe do its job. So even if you see positive movement, keep doing what you're doing. Continue to live in the state of being and doing what's natural to you. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How are you acting? How are you perceiving? Right? All of those things. Continue to do what you've been doing, because guess what? Use it as encouragement. Hey, positive meaning. I'm assigning positive meaning to this. This is positive movement towards my manifestation. I've been doing and living in the state of being. I'm seeing results from it. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to screw with it. All right? So what it boils down to is just keep doing, trust in it, keep doing what you're doing. Whether it's negative movement or positive movement, it doesn't matter. Keep doing what you're doing naturally, live in the flow state, keep doing it. Trust that the universe is going to rearrange and conform in a way where it's going to bring about your manifestation. All right? I hope this helps. I'm going to leave it there. But remember, it's not your job to control the how. When you see movement, it doesn't necessarily mean it's linked to that thing. Remember, every single possibility in this reality is possible. It's there. It's already done. Again, when we think that we are seeing movement, it's just an illusion. We're just in a state that's perhaps a little bit closer to the state that we wish to fully live in. And by continually living in that state that we wish to fully live in, that state of being that we've chosen, it's going to, yes, bring us closer and closer and closer to it. But they are separate. They are separate realities. Okay? All right. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments how this was for you. And I'll see you all soon.